Hey guys, just out for a little drive today. You know, I didn't buy my ERay for gas mileage, but there's some people online that wanted to compare. Some people suggested using cruise control, which I don't usually use because I like to drive the car rather than have the car drive me. But in any case, I'm going to do a video because let's start this baby up. And as I always do, I shut off automatic stop start. So you'll see an A show up just to the left of the gas pump icon. And you can see I've already got automatic emergency braking shut off. But anyway, the deal is today, people want me to drive for 25 miles. One guy in particular wants to compare to his Z06, his C8 Z06. I believe he got 24.8 as the best. I don't know. Hopefully you will post in this thread and post below and let me know how this compares to what you got in your C8 Z06, okay? But we're gonna go using cruise control, 70 miles an hour for 25 miles. So here we go. I've shown you the horsepower gauges before, but I don't think I've really shown you the torque gauges. So let me show you that now. Control is set. I'm resetting the trip computer. And he used this gauge here. So I'm gonna reset this just like he did. Okay, that's reset. Gonna reset this one again because it took me a while to get that reset. I want them to be as close as possible to the same. It'll be interesting to do this drive at 70. I've never driven this road at 70 because it's a little slow for me, but that's okay. I'm gonna do it for this test. I've experimented a little with the cruise control in the C8, and I found that it has so much power that the car doesn't need to go downshift. You see, I'm still in 8th gear, and I was going up a hill. It's pretty hard to find a perfectly flat road in New Hampshire that goes 25 miles or 40 miles, like the last time I did a test at 80 miles an hour. That was a couple videos ago. But it all basically evens out. This is a major highway, and there's, I would call it kind of rolling hills. A few ups, a few downs. But this is the best place for me to go 70 for 25 miles. It's been about 10 miles, and you can see I'm getting about 28.4 average so far at 70. Interestingly, when I scroll down to this method, it just ticked up to 25.5, but it was in the 24s before. I assume that's because this is averaging out everything that came before it in the 25 miles. So I need to really drive 25 miles straight in this mode to get an accurate reading, and I'm thinking that when I do that, that the number here is probably gonna meet the number, it's gonna match the number here, but we'll test that out. You can see the car is up to temperature, the tires are warm, properly inflated. If I recall, the guy on the forum said that he had a passenger for part of his drive, and then I think part of his drive he didn't have a passenger, but he was talking about weight and different things, weight in the car. So I'll just note that I have just under 3/4 of a tank of gas, and I'm alone in the car, and I weigh about 180 pounds. These are the torque gauges just cruising at 70. Before I gave you a little taste, I assume it'll probably make it into this video, but I gave you a little taste of the torque gauges. Not at wide open throttle, but just going uphill, on and on ramp onto the highway. So pretty steady. You can see when it goes negative electric output, that means it's recharging the battery, it's maintaining the charge. The ERay never drains the battery. There's no way to plug it in, but it charges by itself just through normal driving. And you can always see what the state of your battery is, depending on how you have the dash set up, because there's a lot of ways to set it up, but I have it there. It's in the upper left, EAWD, all-wheel drive. That's the battery. So I showed you torque. Now let me show you a little horsepower. Some horsepower numbers, give you an idea how they compare. Sorry for the glare, but I've tried everything, including building like a little tent around the infotainment screen, and there seems to be really no way to keep the glare out. At least no way I've discovered, but you can still kind of see what's going on. I think it's interesting to see the ERay gauges. None of the other Corvettes have that, because of course none of the other Corvettes are all-wheel drive or have an electric motor driving two of the wheels. So these are unique to the ERay. Okay, it's been about 20 miles now, cruising at 70, using cruise control, and trip 1 that I reset at the beginning now says 28.7, and this gauge down here is up to 26.8. I think that's going to synchronize, and I will show you that in less than 5 miles. I'm almost at the end of my zone where I can legally go 70. So let's see where we're at here. Okay, it's been 25 miles and it says 28.5. So it did not synchronize exactly. Not sure why, but at least that's some more data for people to consider. It's still synchronizing. Look at that. Now it's going over 28. Maybe it's just, I don't know. It's weird. .4, 28.3, 28.6. Look at that. Okay, I had to hit the brake, and that's okay. It's been 25 miles, and the test is basically over at this point. But one thing that was really interesting to note is that the gas mileage seems to be dramatically better at 70 than at 80. And I know some people are going to post and say, yeah, but at 80 you weren't using cruise control, and you're absolutely right. But I do think that the speed makes a huge difference. As you saw in the video before, when I was testing it at 80, and then I reset it at 45, it was dramatically different. That was like 2 videos ago. So there you have it. Farewell until next time.